Hello ladies and gentlemen, Sigvaldagrim here and welcome to yet another Injustice 2 mobile build guide episode. Today we are going to feature Mythic Wonder Woman, the character that you all hopefully got from this one arena season. And also, as you can see, my microphone has finally arrived, and with this I hope we are starting to get some better audio quality finally, because especially you, because I watch my videos much less time in total than all of you guys combined. I hope you will appreciate the improvement. Maybe I'll switch to a better mic in the future, but for now this will do, and I really hope it's an improvement. So, for those of you new to this channel, every single arena season, almost every single arena season, I'm going to do from now on a build guide for the character that is going to be in that arena season, except for characters that are really not worth building, because doing build guides for characters like Batman, Ninja Batman or stuff like that from the arena is just encouraging people to build bad characters, so I'm not for that. But for every good character in the arena, I'm going to do a build in the future, so make sure that you are subscribed and you hit that bell button in order to not miss an upload and not miss a build. With all that being said, thank you very much for coming to this video, and let's get into the build. Also, before we get into the video, I don't know how many of you are aware of this, but before I do a build guide, I also check out with other people that have done builds on Discord or stuff like that, and usually I have to adapt them from level 70 gears to level 60 gears to be more accessible for you guys. Over here I have found a build for Mythic Wonder Woman made by Omega, and it was just a build that I had in mind myself, and it was with level 60 gears, so he saved me a lot of time in making this video. So I really recommend you check out his channel. He is doing some very cool gameplay in terms of raids and trying some very great themes in raids, so you should check him out. I'll leave a link in the description. So, as I have said, today we are going to be talking about some Mythic Wonder Woman build, and we are going to be taking a look at the most optimal way to build her. So, first of all, she is going to be a damage dealer. That's straight out of the gate. She is going to be built as a damage dealer. And for those of you who did not know, the more newer players I'm addressing this to, she is a Justice League member. Because she is the only Justice League member, I think, that doesn't have Justice League in her name. But she is a Justice League member, and she will benefit from the Justice League buffs that are going to come her way, including the increase in attack from Cyborg and the additional fast attack from Flash and the armor piercing attacks from Justice League Aquaman, and so on. So, first of all, we are going to go over the build. After that, we are going to talk about some team comps for her, and after that we are going to be talking about the artifacts that you should use on her, and that will be pretty much it. So if you are not here for the build, then there might still be something useful for you after the build. So stay tuned until the end of the video to find out everything you need to know. So, first of all, we will need to build her as a damage dealer. Keep in mind that for this video, all the stats and calculations will be made for maxed out stats. What do I understand by maxed out stats? By maxed out stats, I understand the fact that when doing my calculation, I keep in mind level 60 gears, 6-star character, level 70 character with all epic talents and all high rolls on gears. But by no means should you try to go straight for what I'm telling, but you can just look at my guide like guidelines towards perfection and peak performance of the character. You can take it slow, you can take it from level 20 to 40 to 60. There's absolutely no rush doing this build. I'm just giving you the guidelines so you don't make any mistakes along the way. So, we will need to build her as a damage dealer, and while building her as a damage dealer, we will keep in mind that she is a Wonder Woman character. Being a Wonder Woman character means that she will have very smooth basic attacks, and also being a Justice League member means that she will be able to benefit from basic attacks buffs from characters like Justice League Aquaman, Justice League Cyborg, or Justice League The Flash. So having all those things in mind, it is only logical that we are going to need to have some fast attack on her first of all, and then we are going to also need to have maximum critical attack chance and maximum critical attack damage, and other than that we will dump all the points in the attack department. Also, when making those kinds of videos, I usually am like, I'm going to present you the most offensive build, and you can simply put more defense as much as you want to in order to make the character fit your playstyle. But for Mythic Wonder Woman, I don't recommend, even if you feel unsafe with her, I don't recommend you put any defense into her, because of the fact that she has her bracelet block, which is going to be a super shield basically, and this will block the incoming damage. So even if you screw up and you are unsure about your playstyle, this will be your saving grace, so you don't need to put any defense on her build. So this build that I'm going to show you will do extremely well in Arena, especially combined with the special one who has an armor piercing, will have great synergies with the Justice League, and will do decently in raids. Back in the day when she was released and on the early days of the Justice League characters, she was a very great character to use in raids, but right now nobody really uses her in raids, but you could use her kind of against phase 1. Other than that, she is an amazing arena character, she is a monster in arena, and let's get into the build. As I have said, we are going to go for maximum fast attack chance, maximum critical attack damage, maximum critical attack chance, no defensive stats, and putting the rest of the stats into attack. So we will need to have the following: 4 critical attack damage talents, 2 critical attack chance talents, 7 attack gear rolls, 5 fast attack gear rolls, 2 critical attack chance gear rolls, and 1 critical attack damage gear rolls. For a perfect build, and actually for maxed out stats, and keep in mind that by maxed out stats, yet again I mean level 60 gears, 6-star character with high rolls on her gears and epic talents, you'll end up with the following stats: 5,202 attack, 18,972 health, 21% defense, 75% critical attack chance, 300% critical attack damage, and 75% fast attack chance. Keep in mind that you don't have to go straight for this build, this will just be guidelines for you while building her, and she is a character worth getting to level 60 gears just for how good she is in the arena. With this build she will perform also decently in raids in tier 6, especially against Brainiac and Gorilla Grodd, because of her passive that is going to increase her damage after killing an opponent, and when Brainiac and Gorilla Grodd they have minions, and after killing a minion you will get an attack buff in order to deal some damage against the opponent. But keep in mind that she is a character meant for arena basically, and in raids you have much better options. With all that being said, let's get into the team comps. Okay, so in terms of team comps, you do have a lot of options, because the Justice League characters support each other in very many ways, and you can switch them around at your own pleasure. Keep in mind that she is a Wonder Woman character, and that means that she can boost Justice League Superman stats. But if you pair her up with Justice League Superman, he gets so strong that she's not needed anymore. So I don't really suggest pairing her up with Justice League Superman and pairing another Wonder Woman that you are not going to use with Justice League Superman. Of course, you could at the end of the day pair her up with Justice League Superman, but she is a damage dealing character herself in regards to the other Justice League team members, and she will not buff him by anything, only by his passive. So you could as well be just fine putting another Wonder Woman with Justice League Superman, and he will still receive that buff, and he will be strong enough to not need to also have her in the team. So other than that, we have quite a few options. First of all, I recommend if you are going to go with damage boosting on hits team, you are always going to pair her up with Justice League Cyborg. So if you are going in the arena hoping to do high damage on hits, Justice League Cyborg is going to be a must in her team. And other than her and Justice League Cyborg, you got a few options. The most recommended one is going to be Justice League Aquaman, in order to also give her armor piercing on basic attacks. You could also use, instead of Justice League Aquaman, you could use Justice League the Flash, in order to add that additional sweet +1 to the fast attack multiplier. You could also pair her up with Justice League Batman, in order for some added defensiveness because of that one ability, Blocked Power Battle. But overall, you can simply pair her up with any Justice League character and you can't go wrong. But for maximum efficiency, I recommend that every single time that you use her, you pair her up with Justice League Cyborg. And other than that, there's not much to say, but it's worth notable that she is a might character, so you could also pair her up with a support like Shazam, for example, and you could have your fun with combinations like this. But as I have said, there must always be a cyborg in there in order to get her maximum potential. But feel free to pair her up with any Justice League member, have fun and experiment, because at the end of the day, she's not going to be a raid character, and for the arena characters, the team are much more versatile, much more fluid, and give the player much more freedom to change them around. So without that being said, let's get into the artifact section. In terms of artifacts, there will be, like always, I think you have gotten already tired of me recommending the same 3 artifacts in all the videos, but they are simply the best artifacts in the entire game that you should use. And they are the following. First of all, the most recommended one would be either All Blades or Claws of Horus. I say either All Blades or Claws of Horus since, as we have established, she's not really a raid character. Even though she can deal damage in raids, she's not a raid focused character. If you are going to use her in raids, definitely use All Blades, because it's going to be much better for you. But for arena, you can use either the All Blades or Claws of Horus, or if you feel unsafe or unsure, you even use Cosmic Staff in order to prevent random one-shots. But she shouldn't have this problem, because you can do that with her second special. So in this actually, I don't really recommend using Cosmic Staff because of the fact that she's got the bracelet block. So yeah, forget about Cosmic Staff, you've already got something better in her kit. So overall, you can use Claws of Horus, you can use the All Blades, and if you lack both of them, you can even use the Might artifact, but that is not really recommended. It's more like a replacement if you have nothing better. This was pretty much everything for the artifacts, and let's get to the next section of the video. Okay, so this was all for the build guide. As you have noticed, I did not introduce really any gameplay in this one, and I think I'm going to proceed as follows with the next build guides that I'll do, because first of all, this is going to save me a lot of time, and many of you had argued that I should not introduce gameplay because of the fact that introducing gameplay is going to distract you from the information. As usual, let me know what you think about this in the comments. I really appreciate your feedback. But as a fact, this is much more easy for me because it does save a lot of time in terms of that. So with all that being said, thank you very much for watching. For any questions, please go ahead and comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one.